Across the ancient world, some kingdoms didn't conquer with swords, but with trade. They turned deserts into highways of gold and oceans into rivers of wealth. Their ships carried treasures, their merchants shaped empires, and their stories faded into legend. Today, we uncover 10 lost merchant kingdoms of the ancient world. Number 10. The Kingdom of Dilmun. Long before the rise of Greece or Rome, a small island kingdom ruled the trade of the Gulf. Known as Dilmun, it stood where Bahrain lies today. A crossroads of the ancient world, its merchants linked Mesopotamia, India, and Arabia, moving copper, pearls, and dates across the seas. To the Sumerians, Dilmun was the land of paradise, rich in goods and untouched by war. As caravans and ships passed through its harbors, wealth flowed in from every direction. Copper from Oman, gems from the Indus, and grain from Mesopotamia all met in its markets. Its power came not from armies, but from the sea, from knowing when and where to trade. But when routes shifted and empires rose, Dilmun's greatness slowly sank beneath the sands today. Its ruins whisper of a forgotten empire built on trust, tides, and treasure. The merchants who once ruled the waves left behind no conquests, only trade routes and myths. Dilmun reminds us that not all kingdoms are built on battlefields. Some are born from the quiet power of commerce and connection. Number 9. The Kingdom of Saba. Deep in the deserts of Yemen, a kingdom once glimmered with the scent of gold and incense. Saba, the land of the legendary Queen of Sheba, grew rich on frankincense and myrrh. Caravans stretched for miles, carrying sacred resins from Arabia to temples of Egypt and Rome. It was a kingdom of merchants, not soldiers, where trade meant power. The Great Marib Dam turned dry sands into fields of green, feeding its growing cities. Its markets overflowed with spices, ivory, and silk brought by endless caravans. Saba's wealth drew envy from all who crossed its lands, from Nabataeans to the Romans. But time and new sea routes changed everything, leaving its deserts silent and still. What remains today are the stones of temples and tales of the queen who met Solomon. Once the heart of the incense trade, now only wind moves through its ancient ruins. Saba proved that even in the harshest lands, wealth can bloom like flowers after rain. Its name still lingers, a fragrance carried through the ages. Number 8. The Nabataean Kingdom. In the red canyons of Petra, a city carved from stone once ruled the deserts through trade. The Nabataeans mastered the sands, turning dry lands into a network of wealth and water. Their caravans carried incense, silk, and spices from Arabia to the Mediterranean. Petra's towering facades were not just tombs, they were monuments to profit and power. Their engineers captured every drop of rain, feeding cities that should not have survived markets filled with traders from Egypt, Syria, and India, all paying Nabataean tolls. They built an empire not with spears, but with sand, stone, and silver. For centuries, the desert was theirs, and so was the world's wealth. But Rome came, as it always did, and the Nabataeans vanished into its shadow. Their trade routes shifted, their cities fell silent beneath drifting dust. Yet Petra remains, a rose-red city, half-built, half-dreamed, a reminder that even the desert can give birth to kings. Number 7. The Kingdom of Palmyra. In the heart of the Syrian desert, an oasis became the gateway of the ancient world. Palmyra rose from sand and silence to connect Rome, Persia, and China. Caravans of silk and spice rested beneath its towering colonnades. And at its height, it was ruled by a queen who defied an empire under Queen Zenobia. Palmyra's merchants and armies stretched from Egypt to Anatolia. Her ambition turned trade into conquest, and the desert into a throne. Rome struck back, destroying her kingdom, but never her legend. Zenobia's courage made Palmyra immortal, even in ruin. The fallen stones still stand against the desert wind, proud and eternal. They speak of a city that dared to rival Rome itself. Palmyra's glory came not just from trade, but from the will to dream. It was a flame that burned bright and vanished too soon. Number 6. The Phoenician city-states. Along the coast of modern Lebanon, ships once sailed that would change the ancient world. Tyre, Sidon, and Byblos, the Phoenician cities, were masters of the sea. They traded timber, glass, and the royal purple dye that kings fought to wear. Their merchants mapped the Mediterranean long before any empire ruled it. They built colonies from Cyprus to Spain, spreading wealth and ideas with every voyage. Their alphabet became the foundation of Greek and Latin, their greatest export of all. While others fought for land, the Phoenicians ruled through trade and discovery. Their sails carried not soldiers, but civilization itself. When their cities fell, their influence did not. Carthage rose in their image, keeping their spirit alive across the sea. The Phoenicians proved that true power needs no empire, only courage and the open sea. Their legacy still drifts with every wave that touches the Mediterranean. Number 5. The Kingdom of Lydia. In the hills of western Anatolia, a kingdom once shimmered with gold and power. Lydia, ruled from its capital Sardis, was the first land to mint real coins. Its rivers carried gold and silver that turned trade into something new. With one stamped coin, Lydia changed how the world did business forever. Markets grew, merchants prospered, and wealth flowed through every city. Under King Croesus, Lydia became a land where riches seemed endless. Its gold spread across the ancient world, from Greece to Persia. Croesus became a legend, remembered as the richest man to ever live. But gold could not stop fate. When Cyrus the Great of Persia invaded, Lydia's empire crumbled. Its treasures became spoils, yet its idea lived on through time. Lydia's true empire was not built on land, but on money itself. Number 4. The Kingdom of Punt, far south of Egypt. Beyond the Red Sea, there was a land of mystery and wealth. The Egyptians called it Punt, the land of the gods. It was filled with gold, ivory, incense, and strange animals unseen in the north. For Egypt, it was paradise across the water, rich and sacred. Queen Hatshepsut sent great ships to reach Punt's shores. They returned with treasures, frankincense, myrrh, and rare woods. The carvings on her temple still tell the story of that journey. It was a friendship built on trade, not conquest or war. Yet Punt's true location remains a mystery, lost to shifting sands and time. Its temples and cities disappeared, leaving behind only echoes, but the scent of its incense still drifts through history, a reminder of a kingdom that traded with gods and kings alike. Number 3. The Kingdom of Sogdia, deep in Central Asia. Beyond deserts and mountains, traders built a hidden empire. Sogdia rose where east met west, on the roads of silk and silver. Its cities thrived with merchants who spoke many tongues. They carried the treasures of China, India, and Persia across the world. Their caravans crossed endless deserts and frozen passes. They sold silk, jade, and glass, but also shared stories and ideas. Sogdian merchants became the lifeblood of the Silk Road. They ruled not through kings or armies, but through trust and trade. When empires fell, their roads faded into the sands, but Sogdia's spirit never died. It lives in every ancient route. They proved that the greatest power comes not from conquest, but from the quiet strength of connection and commerce. Number 2. The Republic of Genoa. On Italy's northern coast, a city of merchants turned the sea into its empire. Genoa grew from stone docks into one of the richest cities on earth. Its fleet sailed across the Mediterranean, trading silk, spices, and silver. But its greatest weapon was not steel, it was money. Genoese bankers funded kings, wars, and dreams of conquest. Their gold reached Spain, France, and the far corners of the world. Every voyage brought back wealth, every deal shaped nations. For centuries, Genoa ruled without ever needing a crown, but when trade shifted toward the Atlantic, the city's power waned. Its harbors grew quiet, and its empire faded into memory. Yet Genoa's influence still flows through banking and commerce today. It proved that merchants could rule the world just as surely as kings. Number 1. The Kingdom of Carthage. On the shores of North Africa, a city of sailors once rivaled mighty Rome. Carthage was born from Phoenician traders who mastered the sea. Its harbors filled with ships carrying gold, silver, and precious dyes. It became the richest merchant kingdom the ancient world had ever seen. Carthage's power spread through trade, not conquest. But success brought enemies, and none were greater than Rome. The Punic Wars turned commerce into chaos, and wealth into ashes. Even Hannibal's bold march could not save the city from its fate. Rome destroyed Carthage, but not its legacy. Its spirit still lives in every port that touches the Mediterranean. Carthage proved that trade could build empires and challenge armies. A city born from the sea, forever remembered in the tides of history. Across centuries, these kingdoms proved that power is not only won by war. Some ruled through courage, others through commerce, but all left their mark on time. Their cities may be dust, but their ideas built the world we live in today. This is the Hidden Secrets, where history's forgotten empires still whisper through the ages.